before him.
Clap our hands before him.
Oh yeah.
Lift our hands in praise.
Giving praise.
Giving praise to our God. Acknowledge him always. Our God Jehovah forever he reigns.
My God and your God too. Yeah.
Grace be on you, Pastor Yardley Griffin Jr., lead pastor of Destiny the Experience Church here in the city of Sacramento. I'm excited that you pressed or clicked play to watch us. Do me a favor, hang out with us for a little while, enjoy this worship, hear what God has to say to you, and I'll be back at the end to share a few things with you. God bless you, God keep you. Peace.
Great. Come on, somebody worship the King. Here we go. We're running the live band. I'm waiting for you. Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey. Hey. All right, I need a big choir this morning. We're going to be real churchy today. I got my church clothes. I'm already sweating bullets, okay? But it's okay. I don't know why I do this to myself. Come on, everybody, say the presence of the Lord. The greatness of the Lord is inconceivable. The power
that he's shown.
Why y'all listening to my words? The power of the Lord, is unbeatable. Say,
great is the God we serve.
All right, the greatness of the Lord.
The greatness of the Lord is inconceivable.
The love that he's shown,
that he's shown is unconditional.
The power of
the Lord
is unconceivable. Say,
great is the God we serve.
say, God is great.
God is great.
Hey, yeah, greatly to be praised.
To be praised. God is great.
Say it like you mean it. Say it.
And greatly to be praised.
Hey, we have the right word. The greatness of the Lord. Come on, say it.
The greatness of the Lord is inconceivable.
The love that he's shown.
The love that he's shown is unconditional.
The power of the Lord.
Power of the
Thank you, Pastor. Yeah.
Is unbeatable.
Say.
Great is the God we
One more time.
serve.
Say the greatness of the Lord.
The greatness of the Lord is inconceivable.
And the love that he shows
the love
me,
that he
I don't
shows
understand.
is unconditional.
But I receive the power.
Of the Lord
is unbeatable. Say,
great is the God.
Come on, everybody, declare and say, God is great.
God is great.
Yeah, say,
And greatly to be praised.
no matter what you're going through,
God is great.
say, and greatly to be praised.
And greatly to be praised.
Stay right there. Everybody say,
God is great.
come on, I need you to grab that great and greatly to be
And
praised.
greatly to be praised.
Come on, if he's done anything for you, say, God is great.
God is great.
Yeah. Say,
And greatly to be praised.
yeah.
God is great.
Come on, everybody, say it like you know it, yeah.
And greatly to be praised.
He's a mighty God. What a big God we serve.
God is
Hey, hey,
And greatly to be praised.
hey,
God is great.
hey. Everybody shout it real loud.
And greatly to be praised.
Come on and say, God is great.
God is great.
Oh, and great.
And greatly to be praised.
Stay right there, stay right there. God is great.
God is great.
Oh no, we're going up some more. And greatly to be
And
praised.
greatly to be praised.
Everybody say it,
God
yeah.
is great.
Just one more time. And greatly to be praised.
And greatly to be praised.
Hey, yeah.
God is great.
Come on, everybody, shout it real loud. Shout it real
And
loud.
greatly to be praised.
Everybody say it like you know it.
God is great.
Say, oh,
Oh,
greatly.
and greatly to be praised.
All right, everybody say, God God is great.
God is great.
Everybody declare it in the atmosphere. Say, God is great.
God is great.
He can move the mountains right out of the way. Say,
God is great.
don't you know he can part seas that he's already created?
God is great.
He can blow your mind. Yeah, yeah, God is great.
God is great.
He's so great and mighty, and we worship.
God is great.
Come on, everybody. Please say,
God is great.
say, oh,
Oh,
say, oh,
oh,
say, oh, say, oh, hey, say, oh, God is great,
God is great
hey, and greatly.
and greatly to be praised.
Yes. Somebody shout, yeah. I've covered you with my love. This your song? You about to come sing it? You about to come sing it? Pastor about to come sing this song. We're going to tag this morning, Emily. Everybody say, amen, we're going to tag this morning. Yep, they want it. That's it. Hey. Yeah. In him do I live, move, and have my being. Say, yeah, come on.
Do I live, move, and have my being?
In him do I live, move, and have my being.
In him do I
Yeah.
live, move, and have my being.
Say I'm nothing without you.
I'm nothing without you.
I'm nothing without you.
Nothing without you.
I'm nothing without you.
Nothing without you.
I'm nothing without.
I'm nothing without you.
So in him do I live, move, and have my being.
In him do I live, move, and have my being.
In him do I live, move, and have my being.
In him do I live, move, and have my being.
Said I'm nothing without you.
Nothing without you.
I'm nothing without you. Hey,
Without you.
I'm nothing without you.
Nothing without
Hey, I'm nothing without you.
Nothing without
Said I'm nothing without you.
nothing.
Say I'm nothing without you. Say I'm nothing without you. Yeah.
Without you.
So breathe through me and live in me. I want it to stay right here. Let your glory reign. Let your glory reign. Can you raise that? Say it. Let your glory reign. Everybody raise it. Come on, say it. Let your glory reign. Come on, everybody raise it. Say it. Let your glory reign. Let your glory reign. Let your glory reign. All over my life, say, let your glory reign. All over my family.
Let your glory reign.
All over my church, God.
Let your glory reign.
Let your glory reign.
Let your glory reign.
Now give him glory if you want his glory to reign. Come on and give him glory if you want his glory to reign all over your life. Woo. Yeah. Grab somebody's hand. Say, let his glory reign. Let his glory reign. His glory will reign. His glory will reign. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Yes, I want it. 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 I want your glory. I need your glory. Pour it on my life. 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 Lord, I want to be better. Lord, I want to be better. Lord, I need to be better. Lord, I need to be better. Make me stronger. Make me wiser. Make me better. Make me better. I want to stand taller. I want to stand taller. I want to stand in your peace. I want to stand in your joy. I want to stand in your love. Yes, I want it. Yes, I want it. Went with him, and a great crowd followed him and thronged him. Verse 25. And there was a woman who had a discharge of blood for 12 years. And who had suffered much under many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was no better, but rather grew worse. She had heard the reports about Jesus, and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch even his garment, I will be made well. And immediately, everybody say immediately, the flow of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. Verse 30, we'll stop here. And Jesus, perceiving in him that power had gone out from him, immediately turned about in the crowd and said, who touched my garments? We're going to stop right there. For a little while today, I want to talk to you from the subject. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Lord, help me show your word in these few minutes that we have together. Everybody say keep your distance. Look at your neighbor and say 6 feet. 6 feet. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. She's been bleeding for 12 years. It started out normal. She's been bleeding for 144 months. It started with no issue. She's been bleeding for 625 weeks. She thought she could deal with it. She's been bleeding, God help me, for 4,383 days. She felt she was going to get over it. She's been bleeding, Lori, for 105,120 hours. She thought that it was a situation that she could handle. Well, what began as a small issue raged out of control. And here, what started small has caused her to have to distance herself for 12 years. What started out as normal will start out as 3, 5, 7 days. If it's bad, a little more. What started out as something that a woman deals with
that's no real sweat on her back. Don't like it when it happens. But I know it's going to happen. And I prepare myself about a week ahead of time. It's on the way. What started out as something that I can do, that I normally deal with, has raged out of control. And now I've been distancing myself for 12 years. She didn't think that she needed any real help. She didn't need any real assistance. She was a strong woman. She was empowered. She could handle it. And now 12 years of her life has passed. Friends and loved ones have moved on. And she is still in the same place, dealing with the same issue because she's had to distance herself. Now, believe it or not, you were a woman who had this moment in her life. Every month they would have to announce themselves as ceremoniously unclean. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't nothing. They didn't have all the things that we have today. So what I need to do before some of y'all get mad at me and be like, I wouldn't have been said nothing. No, you need to transport yourself from today to then. Where they didn't have Walmart. They didn't have Rite Aid. They didn't have an aisle. Come on, somebody. Of soaps and cleaners and things of that sort. What they would do is to protect themselves. God help me in the room. And to protect others. For about 7 days, they stay out. They'd walk to the edge of the camp. And they'd camp out there. And now here's the amazing. There were other women in the same camp. Because they were, I'm on my street because they were dealing with the same stuff. And so while they were in the camp, they weren't lonely. They didn't feel no kind of way. Some of y'all feeling some kind of way. They didn't feel no kind of way because they made friends with the other people who were there with them at the same time because they were friends. So normally, every time they went, the same people were there. Come on, ladies, holler back at me. Every time I got the same time as the people who live in my house. So every single moment. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel no kind of way. I don't feel like they shut me out. This is what I normally do. But her situation is different because she's never been able to leave. Now people have been coming and going. And she doesn't recognize the people, and she's not making friends with the people because now the people who she used to go with and leave with, now they're coming and then they're leaving. But she's still stuck in the same situation. Who am I talking to today? She's still stuck. Her predicament has her stuck in the same situation. She's in a space called quarantine. And everybody else gets to come out of quarantine but her. But here she is because she never stopped bleeding. She has never been able to do what they would do at the end of their moment. They would go and they'd be purified. They'd wash themselves. They clean themselves. They oil themselves and they perfume themselves. And so whatever stench or smell had come upon them, they were able to get rid of it before going back into town. But you could only wash after the moment was over. Is anybody on me? But because, lean in, her moment was never over, she's never been able to wash. And so here it is. It's been stacked on top of each other. So every sickness that she's had in this 12 years has been stacked one on top of the other. And the Bible says that she has been going to physicians to get better, but lean in, they can't identify what's wrong with her because there's so many sicknesses. Because none of them have been able to be cleansed because she's never been able to clean her life up. Because every time it's been time to clean up, that same thing comes back, and that thing doesn't leave when new things come.
And so she's had to add that with the cold and that with the flu. And are anybody here with me? That with infections and that with coronavirus. Anybody in here, you already felt lonely before COVID, and then and then COVID came and it compounded your already lonely around people to now you're lonely without people. And so now you got lonely on top of lonely, and now you can't even go to Walmart and people watch. Come on, somebody. And so now you come back that lonely, now you can't people watch. And they used to be able to go to the movies and they closed all the movies. And so now you're just stacking on top of your problems. And whenever the doctor shows up to fix it, he don't know which one to pinpoint. God, because you got so much stuff. Ooh, God help me in the room. You got so many issues. You got so much frustration. You got so much stuff in you. You got so many problems around you. You don't even remember what it was that really got you down the first place. Because, can I talk to somebody? You've never been healed from the first thing. And they're diagnosing your cold. But that ain't the problem. You're catching a cold because you had the flu. Because they weren't able to dress the last wounds. And so now that wound has become infected. And so now they're trying to understand the infection but not realize it. But the reason why the wound was open, come on somebody, because you had a virus. And because they never fixed the virus, they can't address the wound. And they can't address the wound. And then that thing start messing with your mind. And so not only do you have physical issues, but now you got mental issues. And you can't come to church. So now you got spiritual issues. And you can't, and then you start reading all kind of books. And now you got book issues. These are listening to me. Now you got music issues. Now you wear all black and sit in the dark all day. Now you got all kind of issues. Oh, because your first issue never got fixed. And you're blaming the physician. Y'all see it right there? She went to many physicians and didn't grow better but grew worse. You're blaming the physician because you're going to the ENT, the ear, nose, and throat doctor. But you need to go to the dermatologist. Come on, somebody with me. But you got dermatology issues, and then you got skin issues, and you got acne, and now you got alopecia, and you got they're trying to diagnose your alopecia, but they can't figure it out because what happened while the time you go through alopecia, you got older, and now you have male pattern baldness. And so, come on, somebody. So you got alopecia and male pattern baldness, and they don't know what it really is because they're trying to figure out the follicles aren't growing over here because of the problem, but the follicles aren't growing over there because they don't grow no more. Anybody in the room? And so you got you have all these kind of issues, and you don't even know which one to tackle. Okay, let me see what like this one. The other day, Maila decided she was going to finally clean up her room. She's going to finally clean up her room, and so she's in there trying to figure it out. I said, I know what's getting ready to happen. What's going to happen? She was taking everything out. I said, you're going to take everything out? You're going to look at it and get overwhelmed, and you're going to go to bed. Because it's just too much. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to move. I don't know what to fix. It's too much. When I went in her room yesterday morning, I said, we got to get up because you got a dentist appointment and I got to go to church. You got to get up. I walked in the room and her room looked worse than it did before she cleaned it up. And how many people in the room, you go through these moments, you're like, I'm going to get better, and getting better makes you worse because you start uncovering stuff that you didn't know was even there. You start pulling stuff back, and you pull it all out. I'm talking to you today. You can look at me and I tell me what you want to, but I know who I came to talk to everybody today because all of us got some stuff that we act like isn't there, but we come to church and we learn how to cover it up. Come on, some of y'all got on spiritual spanks. You holding that thing in like you ain't fat. No, you fat. No, you ain't overweight. You just fat. And you covering that thing up, acting like you went to the gym. And you're sitting everywhere you go, and your body is in pain because you're suffocating yourself. trying to look good, trying to act like you ain't got no problems, trying to act like you ain't got no issues, trying to act like you ain't got no situations that your situation is in, trying to act like you ain't never did nothing, trying to act like you ain't never been nowhere. You acting because you old and grown now. You ain't never did nothing. You just too old to do it now. Act like you ain't never been tipping and drinking and smoking and snorting and whatever y'all be doing, because I'm saved. I'm saved. I don't participate. I'm anointed. I'm the only saved one in here. The rest of y'all not gonna make it. Y'all not gonna make it. And we've covered. I'm almost done, y'all. We've covered. And we've covered. And we've covered. And we've had to keep our distance because we don't want anybody to smell our stuff. Because whenever we come around, somebody's like, what is that? What is that smell? It's not very fragrant. They see you and you try to put cover up on. And they can see your scars. And they're not healed yet. Oh, God, do I have anybody in the room with me who knows what it feels like to act like you're fine and you're really not? To act like you're well and you're really not. You cried all the way, and then you got there, you wiped it, and it was like, you okay? No, I'm fine, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And then CJ be like, da-da. Walking healed. Learning how to have what a gentleman named Gerald January calls a messed up, dressed up walk. His name is Gerald January. It's a great book, Messed Up, Dressed Up Walk, where I'm looking good, but I'm really jacked up. I got a suit on, and I'm walking like I got a job, but every day I get up, put my clothes on, I leave, and I just go to Starbucks, and I got nowhere to go. Are you listening to me? And here she is on the outside of town. Life has passed her by. She's filled with all her flaws. No strength to talk. Life has passed her by, and everybody has grown, and she's still in the same space. She's gotten older, but she hasn't changed. So you got older, but you ain't changed. You look wiser because your hair is gray, but you still act like you're 13. Because you've been bleeding. And because instead of leaning, come in, ladies, you're going to help me out, ladies. Come here. Some of y'all know when you know it's coming, you start taking medicine in advance. You get your Midol? Come on. I got sisters and daughters. I wish y'all could treat me like I got sisters and I'll have sisters and I got a house full of women. That's all it is. It's just estrogen. I ain't the estrogen. That's all I got. And somebody asked me, how do you deal with it? I don't know any other way in my life. I don't know any other way. I had 4 older sisters and 2 little brothers. All I know is estrogen. All y'all listen, that's all I know. I got Brandy, and then here come Ken and Kylie, estrogen. And then all of a sudden Mila grew up, estrogen. Joe said, I ain't staying here. I'm out. Come in, Dad, you good? Yeah, I'm not just come checking. I'm not staying. I'm leaving. You just come check on you. All right, I gotta go. All right. Me and my dog, we gotta go. Right? You start in advance. You start planning in advance. You know when it's gonna be a traumatic month. You say, okay, I'm not gonna go to work I'm not going to work this. I'm not gonna be going to work this day because I feel it. I know what this one's gonna be like. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's longer. Sometimes it's shorter. But I done created me a calendar. See, y'all don't think I noticed. I noticed that. And so what I do, I'm preparing in advance. And she thought, she assumed that she could fix it herself. So she made no preparations. So here she is, y'all. 5 minutes, here she is, and she's feeling this kind of way. And on the outside of town. She can't be around nobody. If she is, they're going to kick her back outside of town. They're going to kick her out. They're going to kick her out. And see, I was going to say it another way, but since he said it already, they was going to throw rocks at her and stone her. I was going to say they was going to leave rocks on her body. That's what I was going to say. They was going to leave them. They was going to leave them there. But they would stone her. But look at this. At some point, I told you I'm done. At some point, you decide, I'm tired of this. At some point, I want to deliver you. At some point, everybody decides, I'm tired of being distant from people. At some point, people decide, you know what, I don't want to deal with this anymore. You can do it, but I have missed my whole life. We don't know. She could have been married with children. And she hasn't seen her husband nor her children because she chose to try to deal with her issue on her own. And how many of us have friends, we've let friends roll by because we chose to stay mad. And here it is, they've moved on and they're married and they're happy and they done had their wedding and you mad because you're mad 20 years later because you didn't get invited to their birthday party. And you missed out on their lives. You missed out on children that were supposed to be your godchildren. You missed out on trips and vacations because you chose to deal with it internally instead of saying, let me deal with it like God would. And how many people, I got to say something. I'm going to say something because this is how I am. No, sometimes you need to shut your mouth and not say anything because sometimes you saying something makes things worse. And we ought to be adult enough every now and then to say, I could say something, but today I choose to love who I want to love. And I choose friendship over me getting my way. I choose, help me somebody, I choose relationship over being right. I'm out, we leaving. Let me try it again for 3. I choose relationship over being right. Let me try it one more time. I choose relationship over having the last word. Sometime I know I'm right. But it's not going to help me to be right now. What's going to help me is to maintain this relationship. Are y'all listening to me? When me and Brian was talking about the situation, I was telling her the reason why I stayed quiet most of the time because sometimes we would be talking and she'd be going in, she'd say stuff, I'm like, I didn't even do it, but I wouldn't even recognize and I wouldn't even speak to stuff that she said that I did, I knew I didn't do because the one thing that I was guilty of. And I'm choosing, she could have said 16 things I didn't do, but the one thing I did do, I was like, I'm going to lean on that and I'm sorry. Why? Because I'm choosing to save my relationship. See how we have false humility? I'm not gonna know if you wrong, you got no. You go ahead and I'll be wrong today because I choose you over my own self-righteousness. Because we can work this thing out through trembling, fasting, and praying. But if you leave, you may never come back. And God called us to be connected, and I'll ruin our connection trying to have the last word. Look at what she did. She heard the healer was coming. And she said, I'm willing to risk life and limb to get to the healer. And I don't care what y'all say about me. I know I stink. I've been living in my stink. But I know how I can be made well. I'm going to go to the healer. And there's about 10 of y'all in here right now. You need to get over yourself. Because the reason why your heart is still broken is because you refuse to make yourself naked before the healer. I can't go to the altar because people are going to look at me. And I'm going to look at you in your casket too. Which one you want? Which one do you want? Do you want us to lie at your service, or do you want us to say, servant well done? Bible says she heard the healer was coming. And so with her stanky self who ain't washed in 12 years, with all her dysfunction, she pressed through the crowd. Now here's the unique thing. Her stench benefited her. Because as soon as people smelled it, it was like, what is that? You got to use what's going to work for you so you can get what you need. I wish I had 3 friends. Her smell worked for her. What is that? And as soon as they could, what is that? Here she goes. I'm sliding through. And the Bible says, done. She don't even come in Jesus' face. She sneaks up behind him. And she says, I'm not going to touch him. Don't make me shout, because all I got to do is touch what he's connected to. Oh, if I may touch the hem of his garment, I will be made well.
Thank you for joining us and hanging out with us today. It's been my pleasure to share God's word with you. If you're blessed today and you say, Pastor, I was so blessed, I want to become part and I want to know more about the church, email us at destinytheexperiencepchurch@gmail.com. If you're saying, Pastor, I want to sow a seed at our Cashapp, $EncounterPartner. The Experience Church will pop up, $EncounterPartner right there. And if you're in the area and you want to come and worship with us, we have worship every Sunday at 10:30 at 9261 Folsom Boulevard. We have worship on the first Saturday of every month at 12 noon, right here, 9261 Folsom Boulevard. We have Bible study online at 12 noon, where you can find us on Facebook at Destiny Church or here on YouTube, or you can also come out on Wednesday evenings for Bible study at 7 p.m., 9261 Folsom Boulevard. All roads lead to D-Tech Destiny Church, and I want you to be a part of us. I want you to come hang out with us. I want you to get to know us. We want to get to know you, okay? God bless you. God keep you.